What's good, Room Shaker? What's good, allegedly? What is good, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? What's good to y'all? Ciao. What's good, Angie? Y'all, people getting on my nerves on here. People getting on my nerves. People are getting on my damn nerves. What's good, Dr. Pat? Happy holiday to everybody. What's good, beautiful King? What's good, Taylor May? Y'all, I went live earlier this morning. And I was stating how I don't think in 2023 I really want to be on here like that. And I'm telling y'all, things just showing me even more why I don't. Y'all not gonna believe. Hey, Layla. Layla, sometimes you come up in here and you speak and I don't see you. I typically don't see you until I catch the replay. But just know that I typically see the replay. I'm about to tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the most outrageous thing. Well, I done seen too much outrageous stuff on here. And it's just bothersome. Like, and then I'll be like, well, I can't let these people bother me. I can't let them worry me. And, you know, for that reason, I'm thinking in 2023, I might get back to focusing on my health and wellness channel, or I'm just going to back up off of here. Okay, y'all. So what's good, y'all? What's going on, everybody? So I did a live last night about this whole debate about the suicide and stuff like that everybody's been talking about. What's good, baby daddy? And hey, Shani. About this whole suicide stuff that everybody up in the sector is talking about. So I did my commentary about that. And then I also made sure to make y'all aware of the fact that a fellow YouTuber up in this sector had a death in the family. A cousin, it was said on another YouTuber's platform that a cousin was shot in the head yesterday. And it was a shooting that happened where that person wasn't the intended target, but the person got hit. Now it was people up in my chat that was wondering if it was a play or whatever. But I take people at face value. And you know, I just simply said, you know, this content creator removed her page because of this tragedy. And I repeated what I heard her tell Ken Nola on Ken Nola News. Yeah, please like my video. And so I kind of left it at that. So I've been going about my day today, doing the things I need to do. I picked up my phone. Y'all, for whatever reason, anytime I have to return a phone call to somebody that I know is on YouTube, I will glance to make sure that the person is not live before I try to call them back. And that happened today, where I had gotten a text from Tita, and so I was gonna call her back while I had a little bit of time. But you know, sometimes Tita will get on here and she will be on live for a long time. So I always will glance on here to make sure that she is not live before I try to call her back, because I would prefer not to interrupt her broadcast. And so whenever I was looking, hey Cassie Wilson. So whenever I was looking, y'all, this is what I saw. And tell me what y'all think about this. What would y'all think of if y'all looking through YouTube and you know that somebody has said that they had a relative that was shot in the head and killed yesterday, and that they found out after they got off work, and they clicked on somebody's platform and cried about it, and people had empathy about it. Hey, the Bushes, hate everybody. Hey, SAPD. Only for me to then look. And would y'all believe this all happened to Chat Rep? And I spoke about it up in my live last night. And Chat Rep is on here asking YouTube to help her write a eulogy. What do y'all think about that? chat rep is on here. First off, she took her channel away last night, and that's whatever I was reporting about. But she brought the channel back, I guess, sometime today. And she is asking people to help her write a eulogy. Hey, Cassie, you. Now, first and foremost, the person who delivers the eulogy is the preacher. That's first and foremost. The preacher is the one who delivers the eulogy. Oh, yeah, y'all don't have to know who it is, but I'm just saying these people, they always doing something. And the family writes the obituary. But I'm trying to ask y'all as subscribers, and most of y'all have community walls now. And I'm sure y'all have lost people. Have y'all ever felt it in y'all spirit when y'all done lost somebody to get on YouTube and ask people how to write a eulogy? Oh, Dear Self said her best friend wrote his eulogy. Well, I mean, some people will do that. But have you ever seen this? And this is the stuff. Because last night, y'all, when I was speaking about this tragic situation that happened to her, many people were they had opposition to what I was saying. Many people were assuming that she was running a play. Y'all know how this sector is. Many people were saying that she was trying to run a scam. Many people were saying that it probably was for a money grab or for attention. Many people were saying that. But just the fact to remove your channel, then bring the channel back, and then ask people to help you write a eulogy. Now, the people that you asked to help you write a eulogy are the people that knew that person. Nobody on here knew that person. Nobody on here knew the person. Even if she needed assistance writing the obituary, nobody on here knew the person. So how can anybody on here help her with that? And at what point did we start coming on here for personal stuff like that? At what point, y'all? What's good, Sade Adams and Gigi Wins? At what point did we get on here and start asking strangers for stuff like this? And then it gets me, it perplexes me. Because honestly, I don't like to believe that people coming on here to try to just say or do anything for attention. But that right there, hey, Sweet and Low. Inventified said maybe you should let her be her and stay in your own. I am in my lane. But as long as anything comes up on my YouTube, I can speak about it. Just like many people have inventory. Sorry. Just like many people speak about anything that I put on here, I can speak about anything that I see. And that was baffling to me. And how you going to tell me to take care of my dog? You take care of your kids. Where your kids at? Better yet, since you telling me to stay in my lane, let me go ahead and put you in timeout so that you can stay in your lane. Hell, my channel is my lane. The fuck you mean? Anything that I do on my channel is me being in my lane. Hey, Ernie and Bert. Hey to everybody. Right. And that's the thing. He right here up in his damn bassinet. Child, but he noticed the difference up in the weather change. But yeah, so my question to y'all is, if y'all had a death in y'all family, would y'all get on here and ask for assistance to write something? What is the purpose of asking for assistance on here to write something for a death of a loved one when normally those things are supposed to come from a place of love and personalization? How can you ask this sector of people to help you write something that's so dear and sentimental? How can you ask this sector of people to help you pen the last written document that your loved one may be identified for? When it comes to eulogies and things like that, y'all, you actually have to put in about the way the person lived, about the career that the person had, about the background that the person had, about the family history of the person, all of these types of things. So how can the people of YouTube help anybody write something like that? And why would anybody get on here and ask for that type of help? Hey, Lexi. Then it makes me think, maybe it was a play. Beautiful Kimmy said, and who is leaving it up to chat rep to write this eulogy? What's good, Tisa? I don't know. And that's my thing, because like when my mother passed away, I wrote a couple of poems for her program for the funeral. I helped with the obituary, but the pastor did the eulogy. My family contributed to most of the obituary, and I wrote poems to contribute to the program, and I'm just like, child, now we just had a whole suicide attempt. Now we got somebody who lost a loved one up in the sector. And then now, even with losing a loved one up in the sector, then now you coming on here to ask people how to help you write this personalized document that's going to be the final personalized document for your loved one, as if we know that person and we can help them, or that we can really accurately speak about what happened. It was crazy to me. I truly feel like being here on YouTube, you see something new every day. But also, when you see stuff like this, then it does make you question the validity of some of the things that people say that they are going through, y'all. Hey, Tita. NTV said, I can pay me the right amount and I will write up a glowing eulogy that even St. Peter up in heaven will be laying out the red carpet, child. Well, Tisa, yesterday I was listening in the bushes of Ken Nola News, and I saw a chat rep get up there and say that one of her cousins had been shot and killed in Chicago yesterday. She said that her cousin had gotten shot in the head, and she was crying on Kiki's. So last night up on my live, at the end of my live, hey y'all's wife, and hey Brina Bree. At the end of my live, I had already seen Honest Road had been asking where chat rep went, because chat rep deleted her page last night or hid it or whatever because of this tragedy that happened with her family. So at the end of my live last night, I informed the people of what I had heard Chat Rep say on Ken Nola News about the fact that she had lost a loved one, that her cousin had been shot and killed, and that she cried and she was having a hard time about it. And a few people were saying that she was probably running a play, but I was like, no. I said there is no way that somebody is going to run a play and lie about somebody being shot in the head. I let them know that her channel was deleted for that very reason. Only for this afternoon, I see. Okay, it was this person. I see that. Hold on, let me put. This is the person who thought it was a play. And Tisa, I argued this person down last night. I argued this person down. And so I'm going to publicly apologize to this person. Because I argued this person down because I was like, no, I don't think this is no play. She shouldn't have to use her family like this. But the truth said, I said something to you yesterday. How funny Chat Rep is moving. And on her community post, she says, how do I hide, delete my channel? Yes. So anyway, Tisa, after I informed the people and I argued with this person that I got here right here, posted up here, then, I go on about my day. And then today, Chat Rep's channel reappeared. And the question that came down my timeline is she's asking us on YouTube to help her write a eulogy. She wants our help to write a eulogy. She wants our help to write a eulogy. Now, that in itself makes me raise an eyebrow, y'all. Because writing a eulogy is not for strangers to do. Like, that's just, it's too personal. And my thing is, okay, if we come into the B sector to get help writing eulogies, then what exactly do we leave personal? Like, what is going to be left as something personal to us? And then it makes me wonder if she really is delayed in some way. Because I didn't think that she was. But if she really think that that's the best way to go about something like this, then maybe she is. Because many people make fun of her for that, but I never bought into that concept. But that right there is weird. And then y'all, it reminded me of whenever I was about to call her mama that time. Now see, that community wall post and Chat Rep, before you run around, I'm not calling your mama. But somebody needs to tell your mama to help you write the eulogy so that you can get off YouTube and off the beef sector. Trying to get help with something that nobody on here is going to be able to help you with. Miss Vicky, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. Miss Vicky said, we're the cousin's mom, the sister, the pastor, old school teacher. Right. And see, Miss Vicky, you thinking what I'm thinking. Even with the death of my mother, y'all, my mother's siblings did most of that stuff. I'm sure that the cousin may have a mother or a father that can help with that. The cousin might have siblings who are not even affiliated with YouTube who can help with that. Normally, the eulogy is delivered by a pastor anyway. But even if it's the obituary portion of things, people have other relatives who help with that. So I'm trying to figure out who designated Chat Rep to be the person that have to write this for her to get on here to say this. Who designated her to do that, y'all? If the majority of the beef sector is thinking that she may be delayed or slow, y'all, I've never thought about that. But if that's what they think, then why is anybody in that circle designating her to write it? And why is she coming on here asking for our help to write it? Except if it's not some type of, could be a play for attention, could be a play for financial gain, could be a play for sympathy. It could be some type of play. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really unsure at this point. But I'm just like, who would do it? Who would do it? Let me see. I'm trying to scroll up to make sure I ain't miss no comments. Louisiana High Ride say, hold on. So this person said, you all up in your lane. Yeah, I'm all up in my lane. That's where I should be. I should be all up in my lane. So I don't know the purpose of this comment. It actually sounds foolish. You all up in your lane. Yes, I am. Just like you should be all up in your lane. You should be all up in your lane, just like I'm all up in my lane. If you're going to try to give a snide remark, I hope that you make sure that you use the appropriate pronouns. So anyway, let me go back down. She wasn't slow. Oh, look at Lachey. You right. She said she wasn't slow when she Googled up that menu to be petty. She should Google how to write whatever she needs help with. You right, Lachey. I forgot about that. Y'all, she did Google up the menu of where Brianna had got videotaped that and posted that everywhere. So you're right about that, Lachey. She should be able to Google about what she's trying to write instead of coming on YouTube asking all of us. You're right. What's good, beef sector maniac? You're right. And for me, it just, to me, I've encountered a few people on this application who have had real deaths recently. And it just rubbed me the wrong way. So people play with suicide. Now it could be that people playing with deaths of loved ones. People can come through and say that a loved one got shot in the head and then turn around, delete their channel, bring their channel back within 12 hours, and then ask for help to write a eulogy. Is that what this sector is about? Is that what YouTube is even about? Can't you even just Google up in the YouTube and find a video that can give you a tutorial on how to write one? Dear Self said, I don't think they do. I think she is telling the truth about the death, but I think she may want a little extra sympathy as why she wrote that. You know something? And that's the thing. That's the thing, because somebody up in my live last night was like, I think it was the truth. Said, J.Dunn, would you feel bad if something happened to Kimmy? And then I had to answer that question. But now I'm thinking, hell, I felt slightly bad last night that something happened to Chat Rup's cousin. But now I'm slightly perturbed that she is up here asking people to write the final documentation for her cousin. And we don't even know who that person is. Now, had Chat Rep put on her community wall, can somebody help me update my resume? I would have been all over that because I am a writer. I'd have been like, yeah, Chat Rep, I can send you a couple of templates via email for you to update your resume, whatever. But a eulogy, y'all? I even thought about that for a few minutes. Like, even if I could help her write it, which I am a writer, yeah, I don't know that family personally or know that person personally or know anything about it. And to be honest, I don't know if the mother and father of the person who passed away would even want a total stranger from the YouTube beef sector. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all, I burped. From the YouTube beef sector to be writing this for their child. Hey, Sarah Real Talk. Thank you for joining me. I saw that you had left a comment up on my thing. And I know that you found me from Tita. Thank you for coming over here. And Sarah, just so you know, sometimes my channel can get a little bit messy where, I be cussing and stuff and all this. But I've been trying to do much better on my channel. So yeah, I do appreciate you for subscribing. But I just want you to give you a heads up. Sometimes I have a lot of drama going on over here. But right now I'm being very serious. Like, this is a serious discussion that I'm having. So I'm happy that you dropped down in here when I'm talking about something serious instead of having a lot of drama going on. But yeah, y'all. Ronnie Q said, who put Well, Lexi, the thing is, I think Sarah is a fan of the Housewives of Potomac. And so I think she found Tita because Tita has been discussing Potomac over there about what happened with her sister. So if Sarah done been watching the Housewives of Potomac, I don't think my drama and mess over here are going to be too bad for her. I think she used to mess and drama. She just used to it on the television screen and not on the YouTube screen. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be too bad for her, but I just wanted to give her a heads up. But most of the time I try to just keep in my lane and just speak about the things that I see on here. But from time to time, people will try me on here, Sarah, and I have to get a bitch together. But I'm not trying to get a bitch together right now. I'm really not. I'm trying to understand, I'm really trying to understand. But I was looking at, so Ronnie Q said, who put Chat Rep in charge of anything? Let's get real. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm not sure if she just took it up on herself or what. But y'all, that just rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah, Sarah. Well, around these parts, you will see a lot of mess, child. But yeah, I don't know. I just was pondering that. Y'all go see. Because I would have helped her write something, but not no damn eulogy. Not no eulogy, not no obituary. No. Your family need to be helping you with that. The people, I know she not Angie. The people that you love need to be helping you with that. Yeah, I was getting it right now, Taylor May. You know me, normally I typically talk for a half hour before I decide to put a link down. Well, yesterday she said the person was killed yesterday. But then when I was reading the comments on her post, she said the person was killed on Christmas Day. So I don't know. Now, yesterday on Kenola News, she said the person was killed yesterday, which would have been the day after Christmas. But on her community wall, she said the person was killed on Christmas Day. So that's another thing that's making me just raise the eyebrow about this.
Hey, J.Dunn.
Hey, Taylor May, how you doing?
Good. Hey, chat.
Yeah. And happy holiday to you.
Same to you, boo.
Thank you.
I was thinking the same thing, like, who would come online on YouTube to ask for help writing a eulogy when we don't even know the person? Like, don't you got to know the person? And
You
you know
do.
what I mean?
You do have to know the person because you. I mean, based on what I recall, you have to like put the person's full government name, when they were born, when they died, what they did for a living, their
Yeah,
background, what church they used to attend, all of this stuff.
yeah. The characteristics, what was good about them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it
Yeah.
sounds crazy. It sounds like, I'm sorry, again, attention seeking, because the whole fact that she deleted her thing yesterday. Remember you talked about yesterday about how you don't believe that everything is a play. You know what I'm saying? That you would think that maybe it was done for a reason. If someone's sad, then of course they would delete their page or whatever. But I
Mhm.
think it's a play because, like, for sympathy. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe that really did happen, but you delete, you come right back. Now you asking for help with eulogies and stuff. Like, that's kind of weird.
Right, but I have to admit, the person Lachey is typically real messy up in here. But even though she had a messy comment, she had a valid point. I don't know if you missed it, Taylor May.
I missed it. What'd she say?
Well, what Lachey brought a point up. You remember whenever Brianna was recorded coming out of that restaurant?
Uh-huh.
Well, Chat Rep was able to Google the restaurant to find the menu, and she put the menus on her community wall to let people know where the restaurant was, what they had on the menu, the phone number, the address, and all that, just based on Googling and putting the menus up.
Yeah. Yep, I remember that.
So what Lachey was saying, well, if she knew how to Google to find that damn menu of where Brianna was, then she should know how to Google about how to write a proper eulogy or Google to get a template to do so.
Exactly. And then again, it's like, who would even ask her to write their eulogy?
That's a good question.
Isn't that done by like a mom or a sister or brother?
Yeah, it's supposed to be done by, well, I won't say it's supposed to be. Typically, it is. And that's why I'm just like scratching my head with this all. I'm tired of seeing people just play with death on here at this point.
Yeah.
To me, it's too much death that done been played with within the last 72 hours, and I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it too. I'm triggered again because somebody was supposed to be killing themselves and all this. Now they back up. I mean, if you depressed and you going through all these things, why the hell is you reaching down and everything that somebody is saying about you? Why aren't you ignoring these things? You're steadily into bull mess. So then I see why you depressed. Cause you answering to everything somebody put out here on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah,
over it.
I think that's where I kind of am with it because you know the fact that somebody could have been on the verge of suicide, but then they came back and told half of us to kill ourselves. That's just crazy to me. The fact that somebody was just on here last night saying that the cousin was shot and killed shot in the head and killed in Chicago, and now they up here asking us to help her with the eulogy. Like, exactly what is sacred that people actually keep personal within their families and not throw on here?
Exactly. And dear self said, what if she meant to say, instead of using the word eulogy, she meant to say, how people might go up and they might give a little 2-minute speech or something. For me, that too cannot be done by other people. That
Done.
speech needs to be done, come from you, come from within, and how you felt about that person.
I agree.
You see
And
what
I
I'm saying?
honestly, yeah. And to be honest, heaven forbid that anything happened to anybody else in my family. But I feel like my relative would probably roll over up in their grave if I had a random person off YouTube writing about them. But then this is the thing. She coming on here asking for help to write this, but then she is quick to cry about being doxxed. Whether it's a eulogy, whether it's an obituary, whether it's a few minutes of a speech, either way, you're going to have to allow this area of YouTube to get into your personal life in order to help you write this, which could mean that you can get doxxed. But she is the main one that cried about getting doxxed, that said that Brianna set her up to get doxxed, that said that I set her up when I was ready to call her mama on her, and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, for somebody to be able to help her write such a document, she's going to have to give revealing information in order for somebody to write it for her, and that's how you get doxxed.
Mm-hmm. I can't, J.Dunn.
Girl, me either.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to add that little bit. I'm gonna hop on down. I don't got much to say. I'm just irritated by the whole little thing. I can't believe that she even came back and asked for that.
I can't either. And you know, some people saying she's slow. I don't think she is though. But I don't know her. I don't know her from a can of paint at all. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it just was on my mind, and I'm just like, why would you do that? But honestly, the main thing is, anybody on here that help her write that bullshit, you give it, and God forgive me, because I'm not saying that somebody's life stuff is bullshit. So I'll take that back. But anybody that helps her write whatever she is trying to write, you giving them personally, you are giving and handing over the ammunition to mess with your life in the future and potentially dox you later, or know the information about your relative and things like that. So that's all I'm saying about it, Taylor May. But yeah, well, yeah, you can hop down, girl. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be up here, but
Can I
girl,
just say
I was just pondering that, all of that up in my head, and I'm just like, this is one of the reasons, Taylor May, watch out, I'm about almost over all of this, because this is just too much. It's too much.
all right, say that here. They done got on your nerves now.
Well, I just don't like for people to play with death like that. I really don't.
Yeah, it's sad. That's sad. But
Yeah.
Sugar Mama said homegirl is special. And there's self said Wes is an emotional needs dog.
I'm not gonna say that that's the case at all. But I think maybe I'm just more irritable about it, because it's just death back to back to back with these people. And it's like, come on. You want people to support you as a content creator, but y'all playing too much. And that's the mess that I don't respect. Because when you have so many people playing with suicide and playing with deaths of the loved one and playing with all of that just like this, then whenever somebody really has a death in their family, we're gonna all raise an eyebrow at them.
Yeah.
Somebody really, really is on the brink of suicide, which, like I said in my live last night, we've seen that many times up in this sector. We're gonna raise an eyebrow. And I just don't want death to turn into scams. Because I mean, the beef sector is good for a lot of scams, but people ain't been scamming on death. And right now, I'm just seeing that people so far are setting up even death to be a scam. And I think that's where we have to draw the line. That's where we have to draw the line. Now, people can scam and say that they lost money in their bank account. People can scam and say that their kids need school money. People can scam and say that they need their car fixed. People can scam and say a lot of these things, but none of those people playing with death. Because death ain't nothing to be played with like that.
It sure ain't. And don't be speaking that over your life.
Correct. And like, even with the whole suicide thing with Kimmy, you know, it's a lot of people that say that she did it just to get cash apps and stuff. And then like now with this, you know, and needing help to write an obituary, who knows what the hidden agenda is with that. And you know, it was a couple of trolls up in here telling me to stay in my lane. I am up in my lane. But at the same time, child, death is death. And I've not seen anybody play with death like that up in the B sector. As far as trying to gain something from it. And it's rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
That's
I
all
agree.
I'm saying.
I agree. And you can be on your page. We're not coming at nobody. We're just giving our opinion, and we have a right to give our opinion just like everybody else.
Correct. And then just
So,
talking through the situation. And please like my video. Just talking through the situation. And Tony Montana, we don't know. I honestly, last night, I believed that there was a death. This morning, I still believe that there is a death. But my concern is, why do you come on here to ask people to help you how to write up the paperwork? And then many of the people up in here are saying, well, who put her in charge to write the paperwork to begin with? And whoever put her in charge of writing the papers, do they know that she on YouTube asking complete and total strangers up in the beef sector to help her write it?
no.
Do they know that the complete and total stranger that might help her write it will have access to their information, their private information, in order to write up this document? I mean, essentially, this right here is just setting other people up to be doxxed. And I can't make sense of it. I can't make sense of why anybody would come here and do this.
Yeah, and Sarah Real Talk says there's whole websites dedicated to funeral writing and speaking. There's templates galore online. So she don't need to. And like you said, she was able to research Brianna's
That restaurant
and all that, menus and all that.
Right. She was able to go find the restaurant menu, put it on her community wall and everything. But she can't go find a template about how to write a eulogy, or a template about how to write an obituary. And then not only that, the funeral home usually takes charge of most of that.
Yeah.
So if there was a true death, then the funeral home is typically in charge of doing a lot of that. No.
Mm-hmm.
But if the family has to make chat rep do it, then what the funeral home gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What kind of people in the family? They ain't got no matriarchs in the family.
I'm sure they do.
No.
Well, unless chat rep, even though she just turned 31 this year, I guess maybe she the matriarch.
She too young to write it.
Girl, she
They
ain't
need
too
an
young
OG
to
to
write
write
nothing.
it or something.
Chat rep mama is still alive. So I'm like, well, chat rep, get your mama to do it if you don't know what to do.
Yeah, collaborate with your mom.
She just came on here to ask the people here, and that's just what's just so weird about it to me.
I bet you nobody even asked her to do that.
Well, that's what people up in the chat was saying, that nobody left her in charge of that. But I don't know. But I know if somebody did leave her in charge of it, I don't think that they would be pleased.
There go
But she
Brianna.
came on here to ask us about it.
What Brianna say?
Brianna said, Ronnie, I saw on Twitter a woman was shot in the head and she wasn't the target. Let me see if I can find it. Well, Brianna, if you saw it, then it might be true. But now chat rep is on here talking about she got to write the paperwork, but she want us to help her write it, which means she's going to have to give personal information to whoever decides to help her write it. She's going to have to give personal information about this family to the people that's trying to help her. I mean, that's setting yourself up or people up and all this for a doxing just because it's the beef sector alone. Because it's not like, hey, Ronnie Howard, hey, Messy R Sub. Messy ass Sub said, just dropping down to say, my family just buried a loved one, and the family is in charge of writing both the eulogy and obituary. Brianna said, I didn't know she recently had a death in her family. Yeah, I talked about it last night, Brianna. I mentioned it last night up in my live. Yeah. And she had deleted her channel. She hid the channel last night. And then she brought it back tomorrow, and she had written on the community wall about how she wanted somebody to help her write the eulogy. But then at the same time, she quick to cry docs. But if somebody off of here is going to help you write the eulogy, then you're going to be voluntarily giving the personal information of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why she don't get that. Or maybe she do get it and she just saying it just to say it. Just to try to have people to come through. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, J.Dunn, I'll be in the chat.
Okay, Taylor May. Have a good day.
Yep, you too.
All right. But yeah, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know. It just was bothering my spirit. I think that it's been too many people just playing with death these last couple of days. And it's just irritating my soul. It's irritating my soul. All the community wall post said was, can y'all help me write a eulogy? You found an article, Brianna? Hey, Asia J. But that's the thing. Why do you have to come on YouTube to ask beef sector strangers for help? Oh, you think it's considered doxing? Well, you don't have to share with me, but I have to tell you that, yeah, so even if somebody decided to help her write this document, y'all, even if somebody decided to help her write it, she's gonna have to reveal all that information on with whoever helped her. It just don't sit right with me. Like I'm sure that with the 250 people up in here, we done all had deaths up in our family within the last easily 2 or 3 years because of the whole pandemic. And I know that y'all would never come on here and ask for that from just randoms on here. Oh, hey, Demetra. Demetra said, hey, y'all, I didn't get it either, but I'm not going to bash. I'm not bashing her. I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand why anybody would come here for that. Demetra said, I wrote something to honor and memorialize my uncle a couple of years ago. It was tough, but intensely personal. Correct. Yeah. Demetra said, so no, I don't get what type of help she needs. Correct. The whole thing could be grammatically incorrect or whatever. But I'm sure that there was somebody that's close to the person who passed away that could proofread it. I just don't see why YouTube has to do anything with it. Hey, 300. Brianna said, wait, y'all, that wasn't even in America. Let me hush. Ciao, Brianna. This was supposed to have happened either on Christmas Day or the day after Christmas in Chicago. And that's the thing. I was the first one to believe her. I'm still not saying that nobody died, but I just don't get coming here to get help writing this stuff. But then knowing that the first time she said her name on here, Grish ended up getting her ass. Grish doxed the fuck out of her ass the first time she said her name on here. And then now she want to come here to get help from us to write a eulogy for people up in her family. Suki says she found one in Chicago on Christmas night. Okay. Well, on Ken's, she said that it happened yesterday. But on her community wall post, she said it happened on Christmas. So I don't know. Hold on. Inventory just want my attention. Hold on. You call the cops and ask for help on people that you don't know. I pay my tax dollars to call the cops. I employ the cops. As long as I'm a taxpaying citizen, I can call the cops to ask for help about anything I want. whether it's on people that I don't know or whether it's people that I know, whether they black brothers and sisters or they white brothers and sisters, whoever it is, because I pay my tax dollars, I can call the cops. Now stop reaching. Please stop reaching. I can call the cops. That's what I pay my taxes for. The whole point of paying the taxes is so that the local city citizens and city workers can come and help if I need their help with anything. They can come and advise if I need them to advise me about anything. That's the reason why I make sure that I pay my taxes around here. Now, please stop reaching. You got one more time and then you will be blocked. Because I'm really not for it. I'm not for you trying to tell me about who I could call with my tax dollars. The fuck? Inventory said, and she can come on a YouTube platform that's signed to express yourself and ask for anything. Oh, she can do that, but then she don't have to worry about being doxxed either. Because when she come here to ask for help and somebody help her, and then she wind up doxxed in 2 weeks, or that family wind up doxxed in 2 weeks, then I want you to say, now what? When that person is doxxed in 2 weeks. Now, if you don't understand what I'm saying, then it's not for you to understand. But again, that's your final warning from me. As soon as Grish doxed her, she was mad at Grish. She got mad at Brianna. She got mad at me. She got mad at a lot of people because she got doxxed. Just because she said her own government name on here, she got doxxed because she was going live at work. She got doxxed with all this stuff. So if she coming on here asking these folks for personal help like that, she cannot be surprised if she gets doxxed. Straight Out the Bushes podcast said it's weird that Kimmy says she had an attempt soon after chat rep needs a eulogy. This he takes down her channel 2 times, score numbers, and soon after that chat rep page disappeared, then reappears. You know, child, I don't know. But one thing is for sure, I can come here and speak on what I'm seeing. And hey, Virgo lady, I saw you come in earlier. My bad if I didn't speak, y'all. Because I'm just pondering this, and I'm just like, child. Then it leads me to my original question that I had about a month ago. Does her mama know that she on here doing this? Does her mama know? Hold on, let me get into my Truth Enterprise voice. JoJo, baby, where your mama? Baby, where is your mama? Baby, you won't chat rap. You won't hear. Trying to get the eulogy. I'm trying to get you to the beef sector to come through and help you write the eulogy. But chat rap, then y'all don't want to be dogs. Chat rap, where your mama? Chat rap, where is your mama? Now damn. I'm sure that her mama ain't aware. I'm sure that her mom is not aware of any of this. Child, if ever one of my cousins, heaven forbid, passed away, and I was on here trying to get help to write the eulogy for them, my auntie will be ready to cuss my ass the fuck out. My auntie will be pissed the fuck off. But see, that's the thing. My auntie wouldn't even put that on me to do because my auntie typically handles everything with everybody in my family. If at any point my auntie wanted my help, she would just ask me to write a poem or something like that. She might ask me to help her find certain Bible verses, things like that. But she wouldn't be trying to tell me to do this, and I damn sure wouldn't come on YouTube to do it. No, Asia. I think Asia, don't make me laugh. Asia, first off, because this is not a laughing matter, but it's just the way Asia posed her question, y'all. She is wanting help with the eulogy. I do not know. I do not know if the program is ready yet, child. I don't know. And the thing is, Asia's question wouldn't have been tickling me a little bit if it wasn't for her picture, child. Every single time I see her picture with her pointing her finger, y'all, when I see her picture with her pointing her finger, y'all, that cracked me up. But I know you serious, Asia. I know you are. But no, not that I'm aware of. I just know that the person came on YouTube, wrote on the community wall, said that they need help writing a eulogy. And I'm just saying that whenever you open the people up into your personal business and your personal life that much, then you asking for somebody to dox you. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if she's delayed. I don't know because I've never believed that about her. People have made jokes like that about her, but I've never believed that about her myself. But I did have to raise an eyebrow about that right there. 300, that was a question that we all said at the beginning of this live. Why wouldn't she Google it? Because when it was time for her to put out the menu of the restaurant where Brianna went, she Googled that and got the menu, screenshot the menu, put the menu on the community wall and all that. But now when it comes to trying to figure out how to write this, she don't know how to Google that. Hey, Robin Love. And hey, focus on you. Hey to everybody. Yeah, I don't know, child. But yeah, it was something that was very concerning to me, y'all. And I think that it's just, I'm tired of the people up in the B sector playing with death. I guess that's really what I can say. I'm tired of the B sector playing with death. Oh, it's Talent back here. This you, Talent?
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
JD, how are you?
Doing well, and you?
Great, great. I got home and I heard immediately about Chat Rep. I really feel bad for her. I mean, I know she lives over there near K Town, so
Yeah, she's in Chicago.
she's had a rough life. So,
Yeah.
and are you familiar with Chat GPT, the new AI that everybody, the tech world, is just crazy about?
No, what's that?
It's an AI project. You can Google OpenAI and ChatGPT. You can find it that way. Google is afraid it's going to replace them. It can write rap lyrics, it can write screenplays. But anyway, the reason why I'm bringing it up, I know you're probably saying, is Langston trying to just throw me off course? But no, I said to myself, this is a good test of AI. I said, I asked the AI program
Mm-hmm.
to create a brief eulogy for a cousin who has passed away,
Uh-huh.
and it did one. So if you don't mind, I'd like to take 2 minutes and Chat Rep. You can write all of this down. This will help you. I like to just give a brief eulogy.
Oh Lord. Okay, Langston.
No, this isn't for fun. This is
This
serious.
is for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, for her
I
help
never know
because
what
nobody.
angle you coming from,
No,
Langston.
nobody's gonna help her, and so I wanted to actually test AI and help her as well. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. Just tell me what you think about it. It's very brief.
Okay, I'm
Uh,
gonna go on mute and let you read it.
okay.
All right.
Dear friends and family, we are gathered here today to remember and celebrate the life of my dear cousin who recently passed away. My cousin was a kind and caring person who always had a smile on their face and a positive attitude. They had a way of making everyone feel welcome and loved, and their presence will be deeply missed. We will remember their sense of humor, their infectious laughter, and their unwavering loyalty to those that they loved. They touched the lives of so many people in a positive way, and we will always be grateful for the time we had with them. As we bid farewell to our cousin, my cousin, we hold on to the memories we shared and the love we will always have for her. May she rest in peace, and may her memory bring us comfort in the days ahead. So this was done by AI program, and if you play around with it, J.Dunn,
Mm-hmm.
you will and just say like create a rap song, 16 bars. It can
Mm-hmm.
do that. It's just it's so fascinating. But no one, obviously no one in the beef sector is going to really talk about it because most people are tech illiterate here. But I just see so many opportunities being made available, especially to underserved communities, to have access to this type of project. It's unbelievable. But as far as chat rep, just write that out, chat rep, and use that for your eulogy. It doesn't have to be a long eulogy.
Huh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it was good. Like that's the thing. I didn't know how to take it when you first came up here because you just never know what you're gonna come with. But I haven't heard of that AI program. And you said that it can write screenplays too?
Yeah, Chat GPT. You'll find it on the Open AI project. Just go in, sign up. Sign up only takes like 1 minute. There's no cost. It's free like Google for the time being. Obviously, everybody thinks they're gonna have to start charging because, and also right now, if you're using the beta mode, you'll only be able to get so many words. So if you want to get a full screenplay, then you're not going to get it on the beta, but you'll get like a page, 2 pages. It'll read just like a regular screenplay about any issue. They want to you
Sorry, you broke up, Langston. Langston?
it goes against how I was programmed. But it's really wild. But as far as getting back to chat rep, as far as chat rep, the death thing, and then Kimmy, I noticed a lot of people bashing Kimmy for being brave and having just the ability to come before us and admit something like she did. And I have to applaud her for that. But these deadbeats who attack someone who has come out and said they had thought about suicide, they had suicidal ideation,
Mm-hmm.
is just beyond the pale. I mean, it takes a real low budget person, and I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're your favorites or whoever they are. If you don't have irrefutable proof that this woman is lying, then take her on face value. That's just common sense. And
Mm-hmm.
then, half of these people, they're followers. So if Pizarro has an issue because of something that was said to her by uh, Kimmy, then that's their beef. But I see a lot of what do they call it here? Pick-me's,
Mm-hmm.
in this sector, who are just following behind, like they have personal issues with the woman. I mean, here's a woman who has told us a year ago that she had some issues with mental health,
Yeah,
and
I remember she did say it because
yeah,
I used it to drag her back then.
yeah, and you were wrong for that. I mean, looking back now, you'll know. I mean, I get when you're in the heat of things, people don't care, but I mean, we got to stop using that as an excuse for poor behavior because what people are doing now is saying, well, she said that we can kill ourselves, so it's okay to now doubt her story, call her a liar, and this woman has told us that she felt part of the reason she felt the way she did was because of how she was being maligned in the beef sector. And,
Well,
and so,
hold on, but talent, hold on, because you skimmed over that. I don't believe I was wrong for anything at all. This woman is the same woman that's gone around trying to say that I was on the spectrum of autism, which I'm not.
But J.Dunn, it doesn't matter what she said. Clearly, she says she's had mental health issues. So you have to give, if people tell you that they have mental health issues, some of their behavior you're going to have to chalk it up to they're going through something. And the other thing is, because someone else does something wrong doesn't mean that you have to follow right after them with an equally or worse bad behavior. That
Well,
seems.
no, all I did was she threw a lie out there about my mentality, and I threw the truth out there about hers. That's all I did.
And see, uh, mind your own is saying, our expectations for people in this sector should be so low. We should expect this. That's not my expectation. My expectation is people who have good sense will speak out. People who just sit back and don't say anything when bozos attack a woman who is going through this ordeal. That is just pitiful. And these people are pathetic, and they know they're
Well, I
pathetic.
mean, but
Uh,
she's attacked me for years.
it
Like,
doesn't because someone that's childish thinking though, Jay. Because someone
well,
does
she's
something
the
to
one
you.
that's 50, not me. You cannot
No,
tell me about childish thinking when the 50-year-old woman is the one that's been doing this to me.
but there's a reason for it, right? She has mental
Well,
health issues.
so she says.
Oh, see,
But
now
hold
we
on.
got to see. That's why a lot of people don't come forth with their mental health issues because they see similar things that what happened with Kimmy.
Faith,
The
that's you.
people,
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, J.Dunn. Hey, Tyler.
hey,
hey, Fates.
hey.
Now, yeah, one of the reasons why people uh, w- are afraid to come out or really speak about mental health, especially in the African American community, is because they know how some of us in our community will belittle them, and this was made clear. It was made perfectly clear for all of us, anybody with a brain, that you don't go around bashing people who have come forth and said, I'm going through something and I thought about taking some deleterious harm to myself. No, 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 no. I mean, I get what everybody's saying is she did this, she did that. You've got to be more emotionally intelligent than just sit out here and just bash a woman. I don't care if you don't like the woman or not. I mean,
So, but Tyler, may
just
I ask you a question?
yeah.
How far do you let someone keep bashing you and calling you out your name, try to dox you, send your information to be doxed, tell you to kill yourself over 20, 30 times, but because they have a mental illness, you're supposed to keep sitting there and taking it? When is
Well,
she held
uh,
responsible for what she did? See,
let me.
this is the problem I'm having with all of y'all. When somebody sit back and let somebody keep bashing them and they don't say nothing, and then you keep on it. I totally ignored her. Was in the same chats with her, never said a word to her. But every time she went live, some kind of way my name came out of her mouth. So don't try to tell me I'm wrong for the way I reacted because I'm not. It's totally how I feel.
But Face, you have because you would agree that you're of sound mind and body, correct? So
Sound
you
mind.
have
And
the
they tell me to die every other day, so I don't know.
well, that's
The candle
unfortunate.
may the candles may be
We
working, but go ahead.
Langston, I can tell you this, that I've always stated that I had PTSD from surviving Hurricane Katrina, which has always been factual information, a story that I've talked about many times here up on my channel. And even this recent time when the hurricane was coming to Florida and I had my strong opinions about it, I got bashed left and right. When nobody even thought that maybe the hurricane could be something triggering for me. But I wasn't given any grace. So I'm trying to figure out at what point do people get
yeah,
grace?
and I'm glad that fate Fates has raised this, and you have raised this, and I'll use myself as an example. People have attacked me on platforms that I've been on They've cursed me out. Shout out to Paulette Waters. They've cursed. Shout out to Ronnie Q. They've cursed me out. At no point did I say, "Oh, I need to come back and start calling them the B word, the C word, and talk under their clothes." That never even came to my mind because I have that emotional intelligence where it goes in one ear and out the other because nothing that they're saying, they don't know me. They don't know anything about me. They don't know what I look. So I don't internalize anything they say. And that's where we as a group, and I know this is going to fall on deaf ears.
Hold
Trust me,
on,
I
hold
know
on.
this.
This too talent. This too. Look at this right here that I put on the screen. Because this is factual. Kimmy
Well,
tried to send somebody to harm me to my house. She tried to send the police officer to hassle me.
it,
She initially was concocting the plan up with this beach is better. And she was collaborating with Demon Soul to figure out where my address was. And this is facts. But this is
yeah,
this 50-year-old woman who can do all this type of mess. And
but
then what?
but that speaks to the mental health issues. That's what I'm saying. It all goes back to the mental. And now I know what you and Faith are going to say. Well, look, she may be hiding under that excuse, but from what we know, since this isn't the first time she's made us aware of it, if she did what you're claiming, what you just alleged that she did, J.Dunn, isn't that a sign of someone who is experiencing some issues with mental health?
I
Um,
would say she's a sociopath, and I believe it, but I'm not a doctor. But I definitely believe she's a sociopath, and that doesn't mean she gets a free ride to do whatever the hell she wants.
No, well, I mean, the other option, rather than being mean spirited and malicious like a lot of people have over the past 24 hours, the other
well,
option is,
I haven't been mean spirited at
oh
all.
no, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. That's more so for Fates because Fates is one of,
Wait a minute,
but
I was mean
well,
spirited.
wait a minute. But everybody knows I love me some
Talent,
Fates.
talent.
Well, you got to remember, Fates. A lot of people don't know. I first ran into Fates. She was sitting up on panels, just sitting up there like a bump on a log, not saying anything, really not contributing. And the first thing I did was say,
Never.
I just went at her, and she went at me, of course. But ever since then, she has become one of these superstar subscribers that we like to hear on a platform. I'm not going to take credit for her jump starting her social game, but this is where we're at. We have to be very mindful that these people who are experiencing detachment from reality, mental breaks, that depression is going to come out in a lot of ways because you can see a lot of people being just saying the worst stuff. Look at Kiki, and Kiki has admitted that he's got some problems, some mental health issues of his own, and these people will lash out at you, and rather than to bash them back, because that's a never ending circle when you do that, then either remove yourself from being in close proximity to that individual, or just do like I do and just don't say anything, don't respond. You don't have to respond when someone is going at you. uh, I try to make that clear to everybody. You do not have to respond just because someone's attacks you. It makes them look bad to other people. Now, to the majority of the sector, they want mess and they like to see the fighting. And I like the mess too. But I like it up to a point when it becomes me, too malicious and all of that. I back out. It's just that's not what I'm about. But I just wanted to just come up here and basically talk about chat AI and talk about the chat rep situation with her cousin, which is unfortunate.
It's very
Uh,
She
unfortunate, but I have a question
yeah.
about the chat rap thing. You say no one would help her, but it's kind of like a catch-22 if you did help her, because once you have that information, and if by chance someone does dox her family members because of what's going on, then you'll be the first person that they look at, whether you did it or not.
Well, I think you can help her like what I just did. That's a template. I saw someone type in the chat to use that as a template, and then start throwing in some actual names of family members in
Right.
there. So you don't really have to give the person helping you a lot of information, personal information. I don't even think you need to. Just give them a template like I just did, and let her figure it out. I mean, because I do know that chat rep, and she might get mad at this, but I do realize that there may be some developmental disability there. And you have to be careful when you start diagnosing people when you don't have a license to diagnose, and I don't.
Right.
But you can clearly see by her actions and behavior, something is a little amiss there. But I like chat reps, so I'm not going to go too far into that.
But if something is amiss, then why would anybody's family put that person of all the relatives in charge of this? That's
well,
why.
I'm thinking, the mother appears to she may be infirmed. She may not, she may have not be able to move around or think clearly. We don't know what's going on there. The rest of the family may be on the same level as chat rep or worse. So, I mean, we don't know. There's a lot of questions. It is odd that they would leave that in charge to chat rep, but without anybody else stepping up, it may have defaulted to her.
Well, and that could be the case, but I find it hard to believe that the person who got killed didn't have any parents or siblings to do, or even other cousins to do what is needed to do.
What I do want to say,
This is like chat rep is the only person who can write in that family, and I refuse to believe that.
well, on the west side of Chicago, have you been to the west side of Chicago, J.Dunn?
I've been to Chicago. I've been to the Taste of Chicago. I've gone there a couple of times.
Yeah.
But now I don't know if I was on the west, the south, the east. I don't know which side I was on. I don't know that.
Well, you should only be on one side of Chicago, south side. But she's from the west side, and the west side, they're not as evolved as south side people. So the west side people, you've got, the Henry Horner homes. Well, they're torn down now. Abla homes, they're torn down. But it was a wild west over there for many, many years. Every time I would go visit, to like the little bars, Brothers Palace, place like that, there'd be shootouts and stuff like that. They're from a whole different. They're different on the west side of Chicago. So when you say, "Wow, you can't
Give me
believe the
one
whole,"
second, hold your thought. Please like my video, y'all. It's almost 250 y'all up in here, and y'all are not liking the video.
oh, that's
I've been on.
shameful. They
I've
got a
been
lot of
on.
nerve to be
Yeah,
typing and still not liking. Oh, that's ridiculous.
right, but they want to have a voice and things like that, but don't want to like the video. And I've been on here for over an hour because we are really trying to dissect this situation. So
And
the
you
least
you
what
you
you
have
can
done
do,
a thoughtful analysis of it, though, J. Dunn, and I
yeah,
like what you've done.
because it was really it conflicted me whenever I saw it. And I honestly had to really step back and meditate on how to even approach it. But I knew that I wanted to speak about it, but I didn't want to be disrespectful. But anyway, you can complete your thought.
No, it was veering on. You were towing the line on the disrespect, and I know it's kind of like hard to. I mean, what you laid out to us, it's almost, you almost want to say, hey, she's pulling a fast one. But just like Kimmy, we don't have proof until we have incontrovertible proof. We can't make the, well, I guess we can make the assumptions, but we look crazy to make some assumptions about people and their behavior without having all of the facts. That's all I'm saying. I gotta go. Queen Fates, keep giving them hell. Keep your foot on the neck. And J. Dunn, good live as always. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, Fates. Now
I
what
had to cough right quick. Let me go on mute.
okay. But yeah, so y'all please like my video. I was trying not to be disrespectful with my approach with this.
You did very well, J.Dunn, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
because to me, I just feel like it's too many people just playing with death. And I'm just like, why around Christmas and why around the holidays is this what people are doing? Um and it got me to thinking, because people will try to do certain things upon here, but I really just don't understand for the life of me to ask somebody to help you write something so personal. That's just like if somebody came on here and was like, can y'all help me write my will? Who does that?
true.
If I were to get
I,
on here and say, my mother has passed away, my father is still here, I don't have any siblings, can YouTube help me write my final will? Y'all will look at me like I'm crazy as hell, because how can y'all help me write that?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. I kind of understand where you're coming from when it comes to chat rap, but um, I think she doesn't. I think we may be the closest things to her, kind of, meaning that she doesn't really communicate with a lot of other people other than on here. So this might
But
have
she
been.
just, but she just went to a birthday party with her friends, and she was on the live letting us know that she was upset because they wouldn't let her bring Wes. So she got friends. She
I
got
don't know.
friends. And if you don't believe me, folks, you can ask ODS. Official D Spot. It was me, Official D Spot, and a few of us that were trying to encourage her to still go to the party, even though they wouldn't let her bring Wes, because I guess the previous year she brought Wes and there was an issue. So they didn't want him to come. And so we encouraged her, and I mean those friends still exist. And she said that she went to the party. She had a good time. She actually had a gift that she took over there to the party. ODS was on the live, talking to her about the gift that she had gotten for the person. I mean, so she does have people.
I don't. Then I don't know why she would ask for the people on here.
Yeah, and let me say this, Robin Love, she wanted to bring Wes because the people that she was going to the party for, they had dogs as well. So that's why she wanted to bring Wes. It wasn't like Wes was going to be the only dog there. I guess she wanted to bring Wes to play with the other dogs. But yeah, Face. Um, what I find interesting, which I appreciated what Talent came here for, because girl, I didn't know if he was here to be sarcastic or if he was being serious. I really
You
didn't
never know until he gets into it. That
know.
is true.
Yeah. But what I will say is that, he is expecting me to have a lot for Kimmy that she's never had for me.
They
Never.
expect everyone. We're supposed to forget about all the. She is one of the top vile motherfuckers on here. Let's be truthful about it. And just because she came out to say she's having some mental issues, that's supposed to excuse the stuff she's said and done.
I guess I don't know. And like, for him to be like, well, that's not the mature thing to do. But Kimmy is knocking on 50. Then he's like, well, she has mental health. Well, I've been diagnosed with PTSD since I was 19 from Hurricane Katrina. Well, but still, this is that, and this is the third. I I don't have grace to give, but I will not back down on the fact that I believe that Kimmy was telling the truth. But as far as this other stuff, I'm just like, because she is not the only person that has stuff going on or different things from their past.
Right. Everybody has a story. So
Even whenever he was telling you about you being of sound, mind, body, and soul, The fact is, you have your own illness that you've been dealing with, and Kimmy will drag it every chance she get. So
And hey,
what's the difference between dragging somebody's physical illness versus somebody's mental illness? What is the difference?
what the
And
part that's bothering me, J.Dunn, is they keep saying because it's our faves, we get outraged about it. I honestly, if I don't agree with what you're saying, and even if I like you, it doesn't make me a difference. I can disagree with you and still like you, because you know me and you disagree all the damn time.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I don't understand where it's gotten to this point where you can't speak how you feel because it's my fave. No, that you should appreciate me more because I'm willing to tell you what I see from my point of view.
And
They just kill me. They keep switching the goalposts, and I'm just sick of it.
I agree with that, but also I'm happy that you mentioned that face, because even whenever I disagree with you recently, I contacted you through Instagram instead of coming here to go live. And I was shocked whenever I was catching Pizarro's replay
Mm-hmm.
to see about that whole thing with Duchess.
Mm.
But even I feel like had I got on here and blast you like that, oh, you would have came out of a whole bag on me. Um,
Nope, I wouldn't have. What did I tell you? And what do I keep telling you, Jada? What's the one thing I say to you every time?
girl, you gonna have to tell me. I don't know.
I'm not gonna fuss. I'm not gonna fuss with you, Jada. We can agree to disagree, but I'm not gonna fuss with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And now Fates is right. She does say that. But it's just like what he said about April. Child, I ain't never talked about the people that died up in April's family. But when April was upset with me, girl, I got a whole wrath. But Duchess can turn around and talk about that stuff, and it's like, okay, it's just okay. But the one thing that I'm learning is that perhaps there really is growth in this sector. And that's what I'm learning to accept. Because I have to say, whenever hold on, Rashida Libra, what are you talking about? Like, you kind of trying to piss me off. Cause you can be blocked here, bitch. This ain't no spaceship hoe. So I just need you to know. I need you to be aware of it. Hold on. Let me go ahead and just time you out. Just so that you know this ain't no spaceship. Bitch, if you gonna come up in here being disrespectful, ho, you can be in timeout and you can be blocked. But I just put you in timeout. Cause I don't know what you trying to talk about. Like, bitch, take your petty ass somewhere. If you don't like what I'm talking about over here, then you go to your channel. Don't you tell me about a channel that I'm on. You go to yours, bitch. But anyway, so, and hey, Sweet and Low, hey, Film Noir, hey, SJ, and everybody else. But so anyway, thanks. That person made me lose my train of thought. I forgot what I was even trying to tell you. Had done got on my nerves real quick.
You said there's growth.
Oh, it is growth, because I think whenever April had went off on me about a disagreement, it had to have been like 2019. And so even yesterday when I saw it, I'm like, well, damn, she cussed me out for far less. I had to remember that she has had 2 or 3 years to grow. To grow. And, you know, a lot of the times what I'm learning whenever I'm observing everybody else here is that whenever I look at these situations and people be like, oh, you making it about you. No, I'm talking about what people did and how they treated me for very far less. But I have to remember that 2 years have changed. 2 years have passed. 3 years have passed. So maybe people have grown into different people. But my only thought is the next time, if there ever is, that there is an issue, that you give me the same grace that you give these other people. And so that was the real thought that I had wanted to convey. And hey, must be.
Can I address Feminine War's comment? Fenwell, it's not even a point of Kimmy being the next Phi Babe. First of all, I don't discuss Phi Babe because she's never done anything to me, so I don't speak disparagingly of her because she's never done anything to me. So it's not even. I don't even think that she's the next Phi Babe because Phi Babe is still here. How can she be the next one? The original is still here. Can you explain that to me, please?
That's correct. It's funny how people be like the next somebody. But meanwhile, they fail to forget that Bama Girl thought she was in line to be the next Phi Babe. Remember, she was the princess of Babe Nation. And where Bama Girl at now?
Bigo, I think.
She ain't on no damn Bigo.
I thought she was.
No, that's what people said. No, Bama Girl left off of here. She's been very, very sick. And that's why I don't even put her in commentary most of the time. But
Oh, I
it's crazy
didn't
to
know
me.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if I would have just came out right and said it, they would have said I'm doxing. But what I do know is Bama Girl was supposed to be the princess of Babe Nation. And look how she got treated. And now she ain't even on here no more. And the fact is, for anybody to think they are going to be second in line to Phi Babe and all this kind of stuff, child, anybody who welcomely and has open arms to be in second place to anybody, then good luck with that. Because I ain't trying to be the second nobody. I'm gonna be myself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
Yeah. But yeah, I think Bama was really sick last year. It's from what I heard. And the lady Q Robinson, that's the reason why she's cozied up so much underneath Kimmy. Because Bama Girl really doesn't have an online presence like she used to. Not even on Bigo.
oh,
No.
I didn't know.
Anytime you go look at Kimmy, Q Robinson is always over there. Almost like the right hand, where if I'm gonna be honest, Q Robinson has snuggled up to Kimmy in the way that she used to Bama Girl, but that's only because Bama Girl doesn't have an online presence any longer. Yeah. Um Now if somebody can find Bama Girl on Bigo, then I welcome you to. But the fact is, she got real, real sick. And I don't know if it was COVID or if it was something else. But
Well, I'm gonna just pray for her to get better. Bama Girl was another one that never did anything to me. So,
yeah. So, but no, I just only mentioned her because of the person saying that Kimmy is the next Phi Babe. But everybody had tried to line Bama Girl up to be the next Phi Babe. So did y'all forget about Bama Girl? So now because Kimmy decided to make a channel, now she the next Phi Babe. And Bama Girl, what, we just forgot that she even existed, y'all? Like, it's crazy. Like, already they don't replace Bama Girl with Kimmy being the next one. Well, no, Bama Girl was supposed to be next in line. Did y'all forget? Child, bye. Yeah, please like my video, y'all. But yeah, fakes, well, I think that Kimmy was telling the truth. I heard her say a few times, even when she was friends with Brianna and Pettyville, about her mental health situations. But I understand everybody's point of view about how they feel about it. Now, I will say that the panel of people just going at her gave the wrong look, but I understood why everybody had their own opinion about it. Because everybody had their own situation of what she said or did to them. And just because she finally wants to be vulnerable to other people about her mental health stuff, you cannot make people forget about what they got going on either. Because I'm never going to put anybody's mental health above my own.
amen.
I'm never going to put anybody above myself. And I think that's one of the things that makes me so controversial here. And hey, the hood table. That's what makes people think I'm so controversial because, like, in all actuality, I know that talent meant good with his conversation here. But I really think that he wanted us to place Kimmy on a pedestal
Uh-uh.
because she is suicidal. But I'm not gonna place a suicidal person on the pedestal above my own feelings.
And
If
why
you
should you?
right, and if you suicidal, then you need to move the hell on. Then he was saying, well, well, maybe some of the things that she did was because of her mental health problems. Well, maybe some of the stuff that anybody did was a part of it. Because they stay saying that there's plenty of people on here that's undiagnosed.
I agree with that too.
And then Kimmy ain't even came out here and really gave her diagnosis. She ain't showed it for real, for real. That's just what she's saying. So that's my bottom line with it, because I understood what he was saying, but I just think like for somebody to tell me to be more mature than a 50-year-old person that's been doing the crazy shit. No.
But age has no has really nothing to do with maturity. I wish they would stop that because we just seen a bunch of people on here doing shit just like a little kid would. So I mean, and they're very well up in age.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Hold on, face. I'm going up in my phone. Hold on, let me look. Please like my video, y'all. It's too many of y'all up in here listening to this live and not liking the video. I don't know why. It's 250 people and y'all ain't liking the video. As soon as you click up in here and you sit down and you watch, you click the thumbs up button in order for the live to have engagement. I'm not asking for no cash app. I don't even have it on the screen. I'm not asking for anything but just for you to like the video as far as engagement goes with the channel. So, yeah, if you can sit here for for over an hour and a half watching this video, but you don't like the video, then why you even up in here for an hour and a half? If you don't like what you up in here listening to, why you here then? I would prefer, if you don't like my video, just leave out. Don't just sit up in here. Don't sit up in here. Okay.
Hey, Stacy.
But yeah. Well, do you have any more that you want to say about this whole suicide thing or about the chat rep thing?
No, really. You brought up some really good points. I'm gonna sit back and see. I'm gonna see how all of this plays out. Hopefully, Chad Rep uses the thing that he gave her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
He
and
did
as
do a
far
good
as
job
Kimmy,
with
I
what
ain't worried about it.
he gave a good job with what he offered her, I have to say. And that software that he was talking about already, it's a few people. And hey, DC, it's a few people up in the chat that have already said that they have went and checked out that software that he was talking about. Um, but yeah, I'm happy that he was able to give her something.
Right.
But if she expected more than that right there,
I
then
mean, that was a lot. That was really perfect for her. There was no information given out to anybody, and all she has to do is fill in the information, the pertinent information.
okay. And Gemstone, well, you said some suspicious ass shit up in here. I've been watching you typing up in here. So, and I don't know why you have to be on a backup page up in here, because I know the real Gemstone I never did block. But if you come up in here saying something disrespectful to me, then you might get called a bitch. If you don't want to be called a few bitches, then please be respectful while you're up in here. The choice is yours. But yeah. Well, okay, Fakes. Well, I guess I will go ahead and bring this live to a close.
All
But
right, thank you for having me. Talk to you later, J.Dunn.
okay, all right. Bye. Lisa Horton, I think that I think that Face is doing okay, but she really didn't talk about her health. I didn't question her about her health on here. We were just speaking about the topic at hand. Probably if you want to talk to Fates, then you could catch her on the next panel, probably on the spaceship or somewhere. Hey, Skillet, probably on the spaceship or somewhere, where you might be able to ask her about it. But we really didn't address her health. We were just talking about the topic here. But anyway, y'all, please like my video. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm getting sick of the beef sector playing with death. I'm not gonna lie. I really am. I really am. I'm happy I was able to have this discussion, and I appreciate Talent for coming through and giving the eulogy that he was able to pull up, or the obituary, the tribute that he was able to. But y'all gotta stop with this death mess. Ain't nobody got time for it. Um, I just really don't appreciate it. But either way, y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.